All right, let's talk about AI in the legal world. It's way past the hype stage now. It's a real tool that's changing how massive, multi-billion-dollar deals actually get done. But behind all that buzz, there's a kind of awkward secret, an invisible wall that's stopping this technology from really, truly transforming the industry. So today, we're going to unpack what that obstacle is, and more importantly, how you can smash right through it.
I love this quote because it just nails a hidden truth about innovation. While all the headlines are chasing the flashy, world-changing ideas, the real billion-dollar opportunities, they're often hidden in solving the problems that are just mind-numbingly boring. We're talking about the tedious, repetitive grunt work that keeps every company running, but that nobody on Earth actually wants to do. And that brings us to this huge contradiction. I mean, if AI is literally built to get rid of all that boring work, why is the process of just starting with AI so incredibly difficult and painfully slow for most legal teams? What's really going on here? Well, this leads us to what we're calling the AI review paradox. It's this fundamental disconnect between how powerful these AI tools are and how ridiculously hard it is to actually put them to work. So let's break it down. Okay, first things first, the AI itself is not the problem. The technology works and it works really well. Just look at this data. AI adoption is skyrocketing. We're talking 75% year over year. And the companies using it are seeing huge improvements in turnaround times and serious cost savings. The engine is powerful, it's tuned up, and it's ready to go. This pretty much sums up the entire problem perfectly, doesn't it? You start with phase 1, a giant mountain of documents, and you want to get to phase 3, a clean, automated, structured review. But then there's phase 2, just a giant question mark in the middle. The bottleneck isn't the AI's ability to review documents. It's the nightmare of trying to tell the AI what it should even be looking for in the first place. And that right there, that is the core of the whole issue. You can call it the what to ask problem. You've got this incredibly powerful machine just sitting there, waiting for instructions while the humans are stuck, scrambling to figure out how to give it those instructions in a way the machine can actually understand. Let's really define this bottleneck. We call this the setup bottleneck. It's that painful, slow, human-heavy process where someone has to sit down and manually translate a company's entire library of internal rules, their risk tolerances, their best practices, everything, into a structured playbook the AI can actually follow. This is the mountain of boring work you have to climb before the AI magic can even begin. And just to put that into perspective for you, for a single, typical vendor contract review, that AI playbook needs to cover more than 120 distinct checkpoints. 120, just let that sink in. Every single clause, from liability caps to data protection to renewal terms, has to be manually translated. That's a massive, massive amount of knowledge to codify by hand, every single time. So what's the real cost of all this boring setup work? Well, it turns out the price is incredibly high, and it goes way beyond just wasted time. It actively hurts the bottom line. Anyone who has ever worked on a due diligence round for merger or acquisition knows this feeling deep in their bones. The endless nights, the thousands of documents. It's the ancient art of reading the same clause over and over until your eyes blur. And the setup bottleneck, it just makes all that pain even worse. The business impact here is severe. We all know that time kills deals. While this manual setup creates huge delays, and that kills momentum. In turn, that just burns through your project margins and dramatically increases the risk of making a really costly compliance mistake. But maybe the biggest cost of all is that your firm's most valuable knowledge stays trapped inside a few key people's heads instead of being turned into a scalable asset for the whole company. Okay, so we've laid out the problem. It's a massive, expensive bottleneck. So how do you fix it? The answer isn't a better AI review engine. No. The answer is automating the creation of the AI's playbook itself. And here's the solution in action. Just look at this flow. Instead of a person manually trying to translate all those standard operating procedures into a playbook, this automates that critical middle step. It literally ingests your existing documents, your checklists, your operating procedures, even your old deal notes, and it uses them to automatically generate the AI playbook. It doesn't just automate the review, it automates the setup of the review. And the contrast really couldn't be more clear. The old manual way means you start from a blank screen. It can take weeks, sometimes even months, to build out a single playbook. The automated approach, on the other hand, analyzes what you've already got and generates that same playbook in a matter of hours. Now, this isn't just some new feature. This represents a fundamental shift in how we think about legal technology.
This is really about unlocking the next wave of value from AI.
So if you look at the evolution of legal tech, wave one was all about automating simple tasks, things like redlining or metadata extraction. Wave two, driven by generative AI, was about automating reasoning, summarizing documents, flagging risks. This is the third wave, automating structure. It's about turning messy human processes into clean, machine-executable instructions. This chart shows you the whole landscape. You've got setup effort on the bottom and throughput on the side. The holy grail for any legal tech tool is that top right quadrant, high throughput with low setup effort. Now, a lot of powerful tools can give you that high throughput, but they crush you with the setup requirements. Automating the playbook is what lets you live right in that sweet spot. So what does all this add up to? The payoff is immediate and it is dramatic. We're talking about review cycles that used to take weeks getting compressed down into just days. And the opportunity here is just massive. This is a legal AI market that's already worth nearly $4 billion, and it is growing incredibly fast. The demand for this kind of efficiency is enormous. And ultimately, the ROI is tangible, and it comes from all sides. You get faster cycles, lower costs, and way higher productivity. But the real game changer is this: your firm's most valuable asset, its unique expertise and its institutional knowledge, is finally unlocked. It stops being trapped in people's heads and becomes a scalable digital engine for growth.
So, in the end, what we're talking about here isn't just a new tool. It's about creating a brand new source of competitive advantage in a rapidly changing industry.
This quote just perfectly captures the new reality. The firms that are going to win in the next decade won't just be the ones that have AI. They'll be the ones that are fastest at teaching their machines what truly matters. Speed of implementation, that is the new competitive edge. The technology is here. The machines are ready to get to work. The only thing that's been missing is the bridge between your expertise and the AI's engine. Well, now that bridge is here. So the only question left is, what are you waiting to ask?